It's 2023 and I've got you covered for all the goals and resolutions you don't want to miss adopting. So stay tuned to this video. Hi everyone, my name is Jharna and welcome back to my channel Jharna List, which is all about making lives easier, healthier and happier for families. Now we're still at the start of 2023 and like with each new year, I'm sure all of you have lots of aspirations and mental checklists of things you want to accomplish, achieve and put into place this year. Now the list that I'm going to be sharing with you is a little different. These aren't the typical things that you'd find on a bucket list or a to-do list, but they're worth adopting to change the course of not only your year but your entire life, and that's why I'm looking forward to following them too, so do hear me out. Number 1 on my list, fix something that irritates you every single day. This could be something as simple as a tap that is leaking or a clock that has stopped working or a spam email that pops up into your inbox every day or a dull knife that you have to chop with, or it could be something as complex as a job that you hate getting up and going to or logging on for, or a family member that is unreasonably rude to you for no good reason, or a domestic worker that is playing truant and taking leaves without informing you. Now once you've identified and determined the cause of your irritation, then comes taking away the source of it. Is this something that you can fix yourself or do you need external help? If this is truly something that causes irritation, frustration and daily angst, then it is well worth paying in cash, kind or your own effort to get rid of it or have it solved. Make it your top priority to deal with this issue. Trust me, you will feel a sense of relief once this is solved. If it is a sensitive matter that involves someone else, then go through the painful process of talking through it or seeking intervention if needed. I'm yet to meet a mom who isn't tired. Some moms are tired of all the physical work, holding babies, changing diapers, washing a million things, picking up a gazillion things. Other moms are tired of the mental load, planning schedules, meals, appointments, tasks, things that need to be bought or purged, budgets and more. And many moms are emotionally drained of their kids whining, crying or fighting, of their own nagging, of all the unsolicited advice and pressures and struggles and confusion. And then there are some moms like me who are tired because of all of the above. But jokes apart, tied in with my first point about fixing something that irritates you every day is point number 2. Figure out the root cause of what's making you tired. What is that one thing that is sapping most of your energy and weighing you down? Once you've managed to narrow it down, comes the time to act upon it. Let me give you an example. Now, when my twin boys were toddlers, we had, due to some circumstances and some poor decision making, gotten into the bad habit of distraction feeding them. Every meal would take ages and it would leave me exhausted because I was doing this 3 times a day, every single day for 2 kids. I knew something had to give, so I finally decided to buckle down and put an end to it. I began with 1 meal a day and had them sit at the dining table alongside me and we would eat together. It wasn't all roses. The transition process was extremely difficult, but there was a rainbow at the end of it. So over the next couple of months, the distraction feeding habit finally got completely over, and what came back was my time, my patience, and most importantly, my sanity. Point number 3 is to sleep earlier. Now, like I just elaborated on, there are a number of reasons why us moms get tired, but we often stay perpetually tired because we don't get enough sleep. My sleep pattern changed 360 degrees when I became a mom to twins. The initial years were a haze due to constant waking up to nurse and putting babies back to sleep. Even though they are well past that stage now, my body clock seems to have adjusted to sleeping fewer hours. And there's also the urge to stay up after the kids go to sleep to get in some quiet me time. But the downside of all of this is that through the day, we end up dragging ourselves through a lot of tasks, like the mom equivalent of a zombie, a mombie. We end up being less efficient, more easily irritable, and with less patience. And we end up getting triggered by small things, especially when it comes to our kids. And a lot of this could be handled better if we have better quality and quantity of sleep. This has personally been one area that I've really struggled with, and that's why this year I'm determined to get my sleep hygiene in place. And I've realized that sleeping earlier is the one sure shot way to do that. I usually wake up at around 5 a.m. in the morning to start prepping tiffins. And so in order to get enough sleep, I need to start sleeping earlier. Our bodies are anyways designed to follow the circadian rhythm of nature. So sleeping earlier will help all of us busy moms to make the most of the daylight hours. Number 4 is to always have an attitude of gratitude. Now the grass is always greener on the other side. It's very easy to look at some aspect of someone else's life and feel a little bit envious, or to downplay their struggles by coming up with an excuse. Like I could say, oh, Falana Dimka can easily manage both work and home because she has so much help at home. Or it's easy for so-and-so to look well put together because she's been genetically blessed with great skin. But the truth is, we never know the whole story. Ultimately, your attitude is a choice. And that holds true for moms as well. Now, as a busy mom, sure, even I get angry and frustrated and I want to vent and I'm disappointed and upset. But at the same time, I keep reminding myself every single day about how lucky I am and how blessed I am. Because everything that has happened to me up until this very point in time, whether it's been good things or bad things, it has brought me to where I am today. And that is being the mother of my children. And I would definitely not want it any other way. And that's why an attitude of gratitude is so important as a mother to stay happy. Number 5 is to do something that you're afraid of. Now by this, I don't mean that you have to force yourself to overcome or conquer some phobia. What I mean by this is to try and overcome something that has held you back before. It is likely to be something that you really want to do, but you haven't done simply because you lack the confidence to do it. Or you're too worried about what other people might say or think about it. The log kya kahenge syndrome. Like it could be that I really feel like dancing on stage, but I'm worried that people may laugh at me. Or I want to start a business of my own or pitch for a promotion at work, but I'm too worried about the risk of failing or being declined the opportunity. I'll use that millennial term, you only live once, YOLO. So basically, man maar ke jeene ka koi fayda nahi hai. Do what your heart desires without being afraid of what others might think. We've not experienced anyone else's life but our own. And everyone has their own struggles and demons to deal with. The biggest disservice we can do to ourselves is to fall into the victim mentality trap. The only way to grow and to be happy is to stop pitying yourself. And I say this from an experience of trial and error. Number 6 on my list is a done list. Now, to-do lists are a savior for busy moms. It helps you keep tabs on things that need to be accomplished on any particular day or week or month. And it becomes really important when you have so many categories of things to look after, like things related to your child's school or health, home repairs, groceries to be bought, gifts to be given, things related to your own occupation. But one list that I'd recommend making every day as a mom is a done list. This is a list of all that you've accomplished through the day, whether it's big or small. When you're a parent, and especially when you're a mom who has left your occupation to look after your child and your home, or even if you're working alongside home and parental responsibilities, it becomes very easy to start feeling guilty of not achieving enough, not doing enough, not contributing enough. This can be really demotivating and send you on a downward spiral. And this is despite the fact that you've actually been doing a whole lot. And that's why, in order to keep yourself motivated, to keep encouraging yourself, and to have an actual physical record of all that you've been doing, I highly recommend making a done list on an everyday basis and adding all of it to that. Now, number 7 is to set a routine goal and not a desire goal. Let me explain this a little better. Now, do you know the reason why most of the goals that we set are never met or never achieved or accomplished? It's because most of the goals that we set are the desired end result. Like if you're in a postpartum phase, your goal might be to lose 10 kgs that you put on during pregnancy. Or someone else's goal might be to read 56 books this year. Or their goal might be to become proficient in a certain language. But here's why most of us are going wrong. We all know what we want to achieve, but what we fail to focus on is how to get there. What our actual goal should be is to follow all the steps that will put us on the path to achieve the desired outcome. Now let me give you my own example. Some of you may know that I'm a freelance media professional and a content creator. So my goal for this year could be to reach a certain number of subscribers or a certain number of followers, or to earn X amount of money per month. But I'm more than likely to fall short of those goals by merely listing them. What I actually need to list and to be held accountable to is to follow all those steps and follow all those routines that will put me on the path to achieve this goal of mine. Like to reach a certain number of subscribers on YouTube, I need to be more consistent, which basically means I should put out one video a week. To break that down further, I need to allot a few hours of one day a week to scripting, 2 days a week to filming, and 2 days to editing. Once I have the system in place, I'm more than likely to meet my desired goal, which basically means my goal should actually be following this routine and not the figure I want to reach. Because that's not really in my control. It's like you have to go across the rainbow to get the pot of gold that lies at the other end of it. And we as moms are basically a sum of our habits. So, as a mom, whatever goal you set in 2023, make sure that goal is to follow a particular routine. Number 8 on my list is to have an abundance mindset. Now, this is one aspect where I'm definitely a late bloomer. However, in 2023, there is no longer any excuse not to have one. The world we're currently living in is full of innumerable opportunities, and you and I as individuals are full of limitless potential. And as a parent, you would have been through various trying circumstances and challenges. That is enough to show you that there is no point and no reason to let negativity weigh you down or bog you down. So discard all those self-imposed shackles and restrictions and always think about growing, and show your children that learning never stops, and ultimately that what they think is what they will become. Now, being a mom to young children is time consuming, and I understand that better than anyone else. But it also presents lots of new ways to keep learning, sharing and creating, and new avenues to expand your horizons. So focus on what is unique within you and use that as a stepping board to upgrade your skills and to execute all your dreams. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Hope all of you have a fabulous 2023. As busy parents, I know all of you must be worried about your child's nutrition. So go on ahead and watch this video on the 10 things your child must not eat. Till next time, see ya.